In this video, some of you made some nice gains from my predictions from yesterday's video. So in this video, I want to continue to give you some nice trading setups. This is an altcoin that could potentially have a trade up towards these levels, a potential 76% run up. And I also want to give you the update about this altcoin that I talked about in yesterday's video and the fact that this trade is currently working out as expected. And guys, look at this chart. Look at all of the resistance from back here, the support, the resistance. I think that this green box clearly indicates that if we break this level, this is going to go completely vertical. I want to talk about this. And also, huge Bitcoin news. PayPal seems to be confirming that they will integrate Bitcoin and crypto to their platform. That would be insane. They have hundreds of millions of customers. This could be a huge step towards mass adoption. I'm going to talk about that. And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Hello guys and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm going to bring you this Bitcoin video. I am going to take a look at some other altcoins today because guys, yesterday I got so many comments saying that you guys love the TA, love the trading setups and my comments on these altcoins that are currently, some of them doing quite well. But just like I said yesterday, these are not investment ideas. Always assume that you know more about these altcoins than I do and the fact that these are only trade setups. It's only for short-term trades. I don't care specifically about the altcoins necessarily. I only care about the trades. All right, let's start off with the update about Aave that I showed you yesterday. The fact that this could be a nice long trade. Let me just play you this small clip of my prediction from yesterday's video. Same thing, which makes sense. We just take this line and put it at the point of potential breakout. Then we could look for a target all the way up here at 28 cents approximately. So this would be a trade of approximately 27%. That's an amazing trade if this plays out. And I think that the risk reward here would be amazing because we are in a bull trend, so we want to look for short, long positions. We have seen this play out several times before right there. We saw it play out right there, right here. So it only makes sense that the odds of us doing the exact same thing should be quite good. And this trade is in our favor. So all right, so since yesterday, the update is that this coin actually did break this resistance and is currently on the way towards the target that I talked about in the video yesterday. And the target is at 28 cents approximately. So, like I said yesterday, if we were to break out and make this all the way up to the target, then that would be a 29% trade. This coin is currently up approximately 10% from yesterday's prediction. And there's nothing much to say here other than the fact that this is still in a bull run, just like I said yesterday. It does seem like this is going kind of parabolic here. It's possible that we might see this parabolic phase escalate like this in an exponential function. But for now, I am only looking for this small short-term trade. And if you're currently in this trade, put in a stop loss at a profit so you already know for sure that you made money from this trade. That is the best way to trade these alts. So yeah, put in a stop loss and then our profit taking zone is all the way up here that I already talked about. And guys, don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more of these trade signals in the future. But this is the important part. Click here and click all notifications. This guarantees that you will get all of these notifications to these trade signals before the trade actually plays out. And if you want more of these trade signals in the future, feel free to leave a thumbs up down below so I know that I should continue to do this. Now let's take a look at Cardano, ADA, against the US dollar on the 4-hourly time frame. And the update since my prediction yesterday is that we did see this little pop. Let me just show you this little clip from my video yesterday and my prediction. We are forming this, pattern on the US dollar chart. We're seeing clear support from this level. And we're bouncing off of it right now, it seems, and we have this resistance up here. Potentially, it would be the case that we're seeing yet another leg run up here. This is the more likely scenario, in my opinion, but what's going to happen towards the end here is that eventually this is going to have to break out. Now, all right, so the update is that we did see this bounce here, And the likelier scenario, like I said, is that we are going to go up and test the resistance here, and this is exactly what happened. Right now, if we're going to break out here or not, that is up for this coin to decide. But at some point, we have to get a breakout here. And if we break through the resistance, just like I said yesterday, I think that we are going to have a nice trade target up here at 16 cents, 16.6 actually, out of this ascending triangle. And if we do see that trade play out, then that's a 24% trade. Of course, you can trade these coins within these patterns, bouncing between support and resistance, but the most profitable way to trade these patterns is, of course, just to trade the breakout. So this breakout now is what I am waiting for. And Parkar Agarwal says, please do TA on Nano. All right, let's take a look at Nano. And what we can see from Nano here is that on Nano against the tether chart on the daily time frame, Nano is forming this resistance line up here. So it's very obvious that if we break this resistance, then this could lead to a continued bull run in Nano. Now, we could also see that this resembles an inverse head and shoulders. This is something that I will be watching here. So if we do break this neckline, then it is very possible that we might see a nice pop to the upside. If I were to make a targeted move here, target analysis from the head like that, we pull it up. Let's see, we break out here. So this would take us all the way up to $2.35 approximately. And the trade would be an approximate trade of 70% or so. So that would be an amazing trade if we do see this play out. But of course, we should wait for this to come up to the neckline. Remember, inverse head and shoulders, we don't trade this until we break the neckline. Some people, they like to put in a trade already right here, but sometimes these patterns go down much further than you think, and you get liquidated and so on. So I would just say wait for the breakout. That's what I am doing here. And someone asked me in the comments to take a look at this coin, Dent, against the tether chart on the daily time frame. I'm here, and what I am seeing for this coin is actually also an inverse head and shoulders here. So this is something that I would be watching here. And if we do see a breakout here, then it's just the exact same as on Nano. We take this from the head and we put it up to the neckline at the potential breakout. And this gives us a target of 0.00043 or 44 US dollars. This would be a trade of approximately 78%. But also remember, like, even if we do see a breakout here, and even if we do see a nice pump to the upside, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to reach the exact target. That's why I always recommend that when we do see the breakout, put in a stop loss so that you know for sure that you are in a profit, and then you can just let it ride and you can leave a take profit up here. So if we do get to the target, then you will make some money. And in this case, you can see that this target zone actually makes sense also in terms of a previous resistance here. So in my opinion, I think maybe I would put my take profit maybe a little bit lower here, just below this cluster of previous support, which now turns into resistance. So this is, I mean, you can decide whatever you want, but I would probably pull this down a little bit like this and say that the take profit is somewhere here at 0.00041 or so. But this would still be a 65%, 66% trade. And someone in the comments also wanted me to take a look at this one, Utrust against Tether. And for this one, I just want to tell you that this has had a crazy pump of 450%. And there's not much TA we can make here. This already had a big move. And I think that it's unreasonable to FOMO into something like this. If anything, if you're holding it, then I would probably just take profits here. This is not something I'm holding. I don't even know what this is. So I'm just going to be honest here and say that this is, I'm not seeing anything in particular here. The only thing that I noted here is that this little thing is something that I remember from back in the altcoin boom glory days when altcoins were going up very rapidly. When you see this pattern, usually that means that a continued move is coming. That's just a small little note I would take from this chart. But other than that, I would say there's nothing I want to do with this coin at this moment. I'm not even going to watch anything. I don't see any patterns or anything. And before I go forward in this video, I want to show you this chart. This is silver. We can see how silver, I mean the actual commodity, it's the precious metals silver, is now testing this very, very important previous resistance and previous support level. If I pull this out like this, you can see how extremely significant this is. If you go back ever since 2008, resistance, 2010, and then massive support here back in 2014, 13, some resistance here in 2016, failed to break through, and then we're seeing resistance right now in the past couple of years. This is the level that silver is currently testing. I think if silver breaks through this 19.5 level or so, I think that silver could see a very, very nice bull run in the coming few months and years here. And one other reason to believe that this is something that could happen very soon is the fact that gold is already going very, very bullish. So silver is lagging behind. The question is, will silver follow gold? And I think that that would make a lot of sense. Silver is at very, very low levels currently. And I really, really think that this would look super attractive if we break through these levels. And the way that I would tie this into Bitcoin is the fact that gold is currently surging. It seems like silver is trying to break through this level. This is something we could maybe liken to the $10,000 level in Bitcoin. It's very similar. So if silver breaks through here, then maybe that's a reason to believe that Bitcoin is also about to break through very soon, because the mechanics behind these assets are very, very similar. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin, they're all hard assets, and when central banks print money, then these assets become more attractive. That's why gold is going up, that's why silver is about to break out, and that's why I believe Bitcoin is about to break out very, very soon. So be prepared for this huge move that I've been talking about for a very, very long time in Bitcoin. Here we are in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going quite sideways. I mean, it's getting very boring for most people here, but this is the time to pay attention. The volume is going down. Traders are stopped trading. People are going into alts instead, which is fine. I mean, if you want to trade, then trade wherever the money is to be made. But very, very soon, I think that this is going to be a rocket ship leaving to the upside. I think that it's likelier that we'll break up rather than down here. But we have to be aware of the fact that Bitcoin could also have one last dip like this before we start to go to the upside, but that would be fine. That is still within the realms of possibilities in the stock to flow ratio model. But I think that we are very, very soon going to see this big run up towards 20,000. And the big question, what is the best investment for the next 6 months? And I asked you guys, and you said, well, actually 50-50 here. It's very, very hard to see which one is winning between Bitcoin and altcoins. 49.4 says Bitcoin, 50.6% says altcoins, 3,500 votes. And that just goes to show that nobody knows what will happen in the future. Is it Bitcoin? Is it altcoins? Personally, I think Bitcoin is generally going to outperform altcoins in the next hype cycle. However, there will be altcoins that will outperform Bitcoin. That is for sure. But I'm talking about the general crypto market, the general altcoin market against Bitcoin. And in that case, I'm going to have to say that I believe Bitcoin will be the best bet. And other big news for Bitcoin is that PayPal is now seemingly confirming that they will have crypto capability very, very soon. This would be huge for mass adoption. Remember that PayPal has hundreds of millions of customers, and I mean, they already have all the gateways, they have the railways, they have the infrastructure. If they implement Bitcoin and crypto functionality, that would be huge. And this article seems to be confirming that this is going to take place at some point in the future. And this is what PayPal is saying in a letter to the European Commission. Since the project's inception, PayPal has taken unilateral and tangible steps to further develop its capabilities in this area, and therefore, without questioning the value of the project, took the decision not to participate in the Libra Association and to continue to focus on advancing our existing mission and business priorities to democratize access to financial service. So it does seem like they are saying that they stepped out of Libra, but they are now continuously focusing on advancing their crypto mission there to democratize the financial services. This is how people are interpreting it. People expect PayPal to make their own cryptocurrency. And I mean, if they do that, then that would be insane. That would be a very, very huge news story for crypto in general, and also for Bitcoin, because it just gives more attention to this space. Personally, I'm not gonna expect a cryptocurrency from PayPal, but if they implement crypto as functionality, then that is huge in and of itself. It's actually massive. And guys, if you enjoyed this altcoin analysis that I did in this video, please leave a thumbs up down below. Let's see if we can push this to 2,500 likes. That would be amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you haven't seen this video, click right there right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.